I just don't know. It's all an act in a certain way. It's all out of insecurity. He's deeply, deeply insecure. He is a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath. He's created some new language as far as he's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
Donald Trump looking very sick and very weak at Mar-a-Lago this weekend and behaving very sick and weak. Take a look at him right now. Zoom in right there. Do you see him? That was him eating in the morning, and he needs to have a name placard. So I guess he knows who he is. I mean, do you see that when he eats at the table? It says President Donald J. Trump, 4547. Again, just zoom in on him. He looks absolutely awful. This is what he's been posting in the morning. Winning is always nice. And it's a photo of him putting.
There are moments in history when silence becomes complicity, when staying safe means betraying everything you believe in, and when Robert De Niro, one of the greatest actors of all time, a man who built his career playing tough guys and gangsters, decided he'd had enough of Donald Trump's lies and authoritarianism, he didn't just speak out, he declared war. And what happened over the course of 6 years, from a Broadway stage in 2018 to a Manhattan courthouse in 2024, wasn't just celebrity activism. It was a masterclass in how to humiliate a bully so completely, so publicly, and so effectively.
Speech, it ain't free no more.
What? It's not free no more?
Yeah, we're charging by the word now.
You're charging by the word? How much are you charging?
It depends on what you want to say. Like, you want to say something nice about the president's beautiful, thick yellow hair, or how he can do his makeup better than any broad. That's free.
Okay. All right. That seems reasonable.
But if you want to do a joke like he's so fat he needs 2 seats on the Epstein jet, that's going to cost.
Okay. Can I just ask, for clarity, because it's a pretty good joke, how much would that one cost me?
A couple of fingers, maybe a tooth, and you know how constipated
you're doing right now. Winning is always nice, as the American people are suffering, as Americans are psychologically tortured, living paycheck to paycheck, as you're ripping healthcare away from over 20 million Americans, as Americans can't afford their rent. You're posting photos of yourself golfing, saying winning is always nice. And then Donald Trump posts another photo, this one with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia from his meeting like 2 weeks ago. Great being with the highly respected future king of Saudi Arabia. How embarrassing is this? How embarrassing was it that Donald Trump gave the red carpet treatment to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia?
That Trump spent years melting down about it on social media, unable to let it go, unable to stop the bleeding. This is the story of how Robert De Niro destroyed Donald Trump on live television multiple times and made Trump absolutely lose his mind in the process. Before we dive into the epic saga of De Niro versus Trump, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're bringing you the stories of resistance that corporate media is too afraid to cover. The moments when ordinary people and extraordinary artists refuse to bow to authoritarianism.
We have both been immortalized on social media by our former president, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We have, I think this might have been the first time he wrote about you. Robert De Niro, a very low IQ individual, has received he spelled two wrong, many shots to the head by real boxers in movies. I watched him last night, truly believe he may be punch drunk, and then he says, at the end, he says, "Wake up, punchy," he says to you. And that's not the only time, and he moved over to Truth Social. Robert De Niro, whose acting talents have greatly diminished with his reputation now shot, must even use a teleprompter for his foul and disgusting language. So disrespectful to our country. Now, in all fairness to the former president, is that true? Do you have to use a teleprompter when speaking about President Trump? Or are you able to just kind of riff on your thoughts on him?
And when questions were asked about MBS killing journalists and MBS involvement with the 9/11 hijackers and Saudi Arabia's involvement with 9/11 hijackers, Donald Trump's like, how dare you treat my guest like that? Remember, he lashed out at the reporter. Oh, and then Donald Trump gave the Saudis F-35s. He gave them nuclear technology. He gave them our Blackwell AI chip, semiconductor chip technology. And what did the United States get in return? Oh, wait. Well, Donald Trump got a business deal out of it with the Saudis, the same way that Putin.
Let's get into it. June 10th, 2018, the Tony Awards at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Robert De Niro walks onto the stage to introduce a performance by Bruce Springsteen. The teleprompter is ready. The speech is written. But De Niro has other plans. Because while the organizers expected a nice, safe introduction about Springsteen's legendary career, De Niro looked out at that audience of theater professionals, artists, and creators, and he made a decision that would reverberate for years.
Describing somebody in his mental condition. It's so frightening and scary, and he's dangerous. We got to get rid of him.
Do you ever?
And shame on those Republicans.
Dmitriev and the other Russian oligarchs have been working with Trump and Witkoff on a, quote, $2 trillion business deal. That's how they've been trying to apparently lure Donald Trump into undermining all of America's alliances just by dangling that number. And apparently that's been working because Donald Trump cares about himself and his own wealth over anything relating to the safety, security of America. Now, Donald Trump also posted the following yesterday. He said that because I invoked a favored nation status for the United States of America.
I'm going to say one thing, De Niro announced. And then, without hesitation, without apology, he delivered two words that would earn him a standing ovation and Trump's eternal hatred. Fuck Trump. The audience gasped. Then they erupted. De Niro raised both fists in the air like a champion boxer who just landed the knockout punch. And he wasn't done. It's no longer down with Trump, De Niro declared as the crowd rose to their feet. It's fuck Trump. CBS, which was broadcasting the ceremony on a 10-second delay, managed to bleep out the profanity for television audiences.
We've been talking about the impeachment conversation. What have you been thinking about in terms of impeachment, the hearings? Have you watched any of them? Or?
I've watched some. I think no matter what happens, which we know probably in the Senate he won't get convicted or whatever, but we have to do this. We have to go through the motions. Symbolically, it means something. It's a taint on his presidency, more than a taint. It's a stain, one that he deeply deserves. So, yes, we will go through it and take our chances. We have to take our chances no matter what. He's going to try and use it, that he got ahead of it, he beat it like a gangster. I beat the rap, I beat them like the Teflon Don, but he has to take that punishment. He has to pay the consequences.
Drug prices are falling to levels never seen before. 500%, 600%, 700%. You know, Donald, the reason that no one's ever seen that before, because it's quite literally impossible. Something can't drop 700% unless the pharmaceutical companies are paying us $700 for a $1 item, which they're not doing. And by the way, pharmaceuticals are not dropping. Healthcare costs are getting far more expensive. Stop defrauding us. Stop saying that we're in a golden age and that inflation is done when we, the American people, know what's actually going on.
But inside Radio City Music Hall, 6 million people watching the live ceremony heard every word. And they loved it. The standing ovation lasted so long that De Niro had to wait before continuing his introduction of Springsteen. When he finally spoke again, De Niro made it clear why he'd gone off script. Bruce, you can rock the house like nobody else, he said. Even more important in these perilous times, you rock the vote, always fighting for, in your own words, truth, transparency, integrity in government. Boy, do we need that now. That last line landed like a bomb, because everyone in that room knew exactly what De Niro was saying.
Beside all that, this is my neighborhood, downtown New York City. I grew up here and feel at home in these streets. I feel comfortable. The Twin Towers fell just over here, just over there. This part of the city was like a ghost town. But we vowed We would not allow terrorists to change our way of life. And we started the Tribeca Festival to bring people back. I love this city. I love this city. I don't want to destroy it.
What else is going on? You have Trump's Department of Labor just posting Nazi propaganda at this point. Look at this. They have the kind of Gothic text that says Americanism will prevail, with this bizarre photo of Abe Lincoln and the Lincoln memorial right there. And then you have 11 stars. 11 stars like the Confederacy? Is that what you're doing right here? Sure, that's just a coincidence as well as the Gothic Nazi text. Sure, Donald, just utterly despicable filth that the Department of Labor was posting yesterday. You just look at any data point though, right? Whether it is credit card delinquencies, student loan defaults, jobless rates, consumer confidence, all like the worst readings ever, like the lowest and the worst metrics possible.
We had a president who lied constantly, who attacked the press, who undermined democratic institutions, and De Niro wasn't going to pretend otherwise just to keep his career safe or avoid controversy. He was going to tell the truth, consequences be damned. Trump, watching from wherever Presidents Watch Awards shows they're not invited to, was absolutely humiliated. Here was one of America's most respected actors, on one of the biggest stages in entertainment, declaring to the world that Trump deserved nothing but contempt. And there was nothing Trump could do about it except rage on social media like the thin-skinned authoritarian he is.
Yes.
So is this how things are going to go from now on?
We also got a new motto at the FCC. Sticks and stones may break your bones.
And? Well, the rest of that is, but I think, but words can never harm you.
Well, they can harm you now. Let's make sure you pick the right words. Capiche?
Okay, yeah, I guess I capiche, but I don't think, oh, it sounds like you got a call there, huh?
Hi, handsome. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. President. Okay. You got it, sir. You got it. Bye.
What did he say?
Look, I gotta go. A couple of cases of Tylenol fell off a truck, and now I gotta figure out how to put autism in them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that sounds tricky. So good luck with.
U.S. foreclosure rates surge 32% year over year. 32% more foreclosures this year. I wonder why. I wonder if it has to do with the fact that there are so many people losing their job right now and that things are unaffordable and that Trump's made things way worse. So it's not a shocker that this morning Donald Trump woke up to even more polling, showing that his approval has reached a new low. It's like every day there's a new low as his regime is collapsing before his sickly, rotting face, before his sickly, rotting eyes. Take a look at what University of Michigan economics professor Justin Wolfers had to say. And again, he's just giving the data, folks. And the data is that if you look at job growth between January and September.
But De Niro wasn't finished, not by a long shot, because while that Tony Awards moment made headlines, what happened 5 years later at the Gotham Awards in November 2023 proved that De Niro wasn't just making theatrical gestures. He was waging a sustained campaign against Trump, and he wouldn't let anyone silence him. November 27th, 2023, the Gotham Awards at Cipriani Wall Street in New York City. De Niro was there to present the historical icon and creator tribute award for Martin Scorsese's film Killers of the Flower Moon, in which De Niro starred. Apple TV Plus had produced the film.
We also heard from Trump saying that anybody who opposes him is the enemy within. That's the language he uses.
When I say the enemy from within, the other side goes crazy, becomes a sound. Oh, how can he say? No, they've done very bad things to this country. They are indeed the enemy from within. But this is who we're fighting.
He's talking about himself.